Tram Simulator! Danny, I'm a tram driver! Ding! 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 Tram Simulator! Tram Simulator! Tram Simulator! Alright, we're going to the right. And we're off. I don't know what happened. Oh, the tracks just disappears into thin air here. Hello, I'm Simulator Deck and welcome back to a Tram Simulator. And we are back in action. And what we have discovered, we've discovered a couple of things since recording the last batch of episodes. Some of it I've been doing some reading, and some other things, and with some other things I've been watching some other videos to learn a couple of things about how things work. Now, even though I'm in timetable mode, oh, that's really choppy. Even though I'm in timetable mode, it doesn't necessarily put you in timetable mode for the passenger information display. You have to select your service and select the time of day, independent of what the game tells you or what mode you've gone into. So I've selected the service and I have to wait for a couple of minutes. So we're heading towards Stefan Ferdinand Platz. So we'll just wait for our time. So it's early morning, the first part of the morning where it's that really nice sunrisey sort of twilighty zone time about it. So now we're just waiting for our departure time. Yeah, we're the 6:14 service out of Haptily. So not quite 6:14 yet, so we've got a little bit of time. It's actually very reminiscent of how you have to set up OMSI, which I actually did reinstall the other day and must give that a go to see if that's working again. So I'm just waiting for it to click over to 6:14 so we don't depart early. So it's giving us the countdown on there, which is really good. It's a really good way of knowing if you're on time or not. So we'll give you a look at it there. 6:14 away. Now I don't know how much of that's clickable. Okay, so we're due out now. Come on. And we're away. So that's one thing that I discovered, that sometimes you have to actually adjust. Oh, and I actually got punctuality points that time. That's the first time I've actually seen that. Another thing that I noticed is that because I haven't
Wittelsbachstraße. Umsteigen zu 80a.
Because I haven't actually completed a whole run yet, the times that I have played, it hasn't recognised any points that I've had. And so we actually got points there for punctuality, which I haven't had before. That's partly because I hadn't really paid attention to what the timetable actually said. It was just a case of, okay, get up, go, all of our passengers are loaded, the lights are right, let's go. Whereas this time what we'll do is try and actually keep to the timetable and the speed limits. We're on a 20 kilometre an hour zone at the moment, and we are coming up to our first stop. By the time we actually get there, it'll be just time to just open and close the doors and let's go. So we'll make our first stop. Yeah, it was really hard to see that yellow dot. So we're right on time. So we should get a punctuality bonus now based on the last one. Now it already started by the time that changed. Oh, punctuality, I did get points for it, sweet. Now another thing that I've learned is that I've been having trouble getting through an entire game without a out of memory error or a fatal error or something like that. And then as soon as that happens, that interrupts the way that I record episodes. So I did actually lose a couple of episodes. There were supposed to be a couple more episodes between the first one during the day and the night one, which was episode 2. So what I've decided to do is to record in shorter batches.
Löwengasse. Umsteigen zu 4a.
So record in shorter batches and then edit them together. So we can go now. Our next stop is just there. Oh, stop points 10. Yeah, baby. See, we're fractionally late now. So when you are late, you can go ahead and do the, you know, just pick up and go. There's another tram. Good morning, old mate. Now, by rights, we should be able to go because he just went around. So it would make sense, but you do also have car traffic coming the other way, so... So off we go.
Hetzgasse.
So we're a minute and a half late according to this. See, our punctuality bonuses have disappeared because we're not on time.
Radetzky-Platz. Umsteigen zu O. In Richtung Praterstern.
Something about the zoo? That wasn't very good. And marked accordingly. Oh, we did get punctuality. Okay. So we need to wait here, so we will. Now I need to make sure that on the coming up soon, I forget the name of the stop. The one in the last episode where we just went around and around and around because the points weren't set in the correct direction. I think that's coming up. I need to remember the name of that stop. I'll certainly recognise it when I see it.
Hintere Zollamtstraße. Umsteigen zu O. In Richtung Praxstraße.
Yeah, I think this is it. Yeah, this is it. So this morning, it's set right. I should have been up a little bit further. Zollmaster, I think it's called. So we need to wait. The points are set for us today to go straight ahead. So that's going to save us about 15 minutes from what... Okay, doors are open. You're more than welcome to join us, people. Come on. What now? What is it with this stop? Delayed reaction there, and now I have to stop. Alright, so here we go. We're heading in the right direction. We got through that section a lot easier today than we did on the last episode. It just kept on sending me around and around and around and around and around.
Julius-Raab-Platz. Umsteigen zu 2.
There is no Dana, there is only Zool. So again, we need to wait here, but compared to the last episode, we are so well in favour of the timetable. Let's go. No, we can't go now. Might as well keep the doors locked. I can't see any passengers anyway. Might as well just keep the doors locked. Alright, here comes our advanced warning.
Schwedenplatz. Umsteigen zu U1, U4, 2, 2a.
So we need to stop here. That was well done. Ah, there we go. Good timing. I've also watched a couple of YouTube videos, not set in this game, but set in real life Vienna. And just walk straight. Oh, that was lucky for her. So I can go up to the junction. Can go up to the intersection. So hopefully by the time I get to this intersection, the light will change for us. But I know there's been a few comments, and I've seen myself with some of the real life Vienna videos that I've watched over the last couple of days, that this city has been extremely well modelled.
Salztorbrücke. Umsteigen zu 2a. Flughafenbus. Bitte seien Sie achtsam. Andere brauchen Ihren Sitzplatz vielleicht notwendiger. Connections to Airport Bus.
Let's go. Look at that pedestrian over there on the right, just walking along the road like he owns a joint, like he's in a motorbike, like he's on a motorbike, but you can't see the motorbike sort of thing.
Schottenring. Umsteigen zu U2, U4, 31, 3a.
I heard another YouTuber describe this as the tunnel of trees, and I can see why he'd say that. Oh, those yellow dots are so hard to see sometimes. So we'll just cruise up to this next intersection. It'll be interesting to do, and I probably should do it, is to record another train simulator episode based on the Berlin light rail network. You can get some tram content on Train Simulator, and so it'd be interesting to replay some of these episodes after having played Train Sim. Okay, we can go, so let's do it.
Börse. Umsteigen zu D. In Richtung Nussdorf, 40a. Can't go. So now we wait, but I've already put all that effort into closing the doors. So I want to be just ready for the next traffic light cycle now. Sure, if I see somebody running, that might be a different matter, but do 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 do. Let's go, come on. Here we go. There's the advanced warning. Let's go. Schottentor. Umsteigen zu U2. 37, 38, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 1a.
You can also see how easy it would be to run late. So I just need to keep my eye on that indicator. Is there another one up there? There we go. You can wait there. Okie dokie, we're back, and here we go. And you do get to the stage where, yes, you're running late, and it's not necessarily about running the timetable.
Rathausplatz, Burgtheater.
Where you do everything you can to keep to the timetable, but you've got traffic lights, you're running a street section, you've got passengers, and so you could only do what you can do, and you get to a certain point, and there's like, you know what, sometimes you can make up a minute here, a minute there, but you know that you're not going to make it up. You're not going to be on time, because you're just that far late, often through no fault of your own. Nothing that you or your tram have done, but it's what's going on in the network around you. So you just drive it. You just drive what's in front of you to the way you've been taught. To the speed limits. There's a rainbow level crossing. It's not level crossing. It's a pedestrian crossing, not level crossing. You idiot. So you're just driving to the conditions. You're just driving, as if you were running on time. But you know deep down that you probably can't make up the time.
Umsteigen zu 2 in Richtung Dornbach.
Probably overcompensated and then went too far. Yeah, that was crap. Stop. Yeah, I'd give me a 1 too. Or I should say, I'd give me a 1 as well. Can I see? Doors are still open. Now we can go. Stop requested.
Ring, Volkstheater. Umsteigen zu U3, 46, 49, 48a.
So it sounded like she said sex then, and I've been wondering about that, so I actually looked it up. And it's... I forget what number it is. Is it actually the number? Yeah, I think it is the number 6 in German. But it sounds like sex in the same way that if a New Zealander says 6, it sounds like sex because of their accent. I could be wrong. Probably I should need to count to 10 in German. I used to be able to count to 10 in Japanese. Then again, I was a child doing karate, and so you needed to be able to count to 10 in Japanese because that was the way that they counted for timing and for that sort of thing when you were doing your various techniques. You used to be able to count to 10 in Japanese.
Umsteigen zu 57a.
What I am trying to do though, even though I'm 6.5 minutes late, is I am trying to keep my station stops. Wow, that was interesting, the way the pedestrian just sort of... It's not like some of them are wearing... They're either wearing rollerblades or those Heelys that have got the inbuilt wheels. And so I am trying to keep the station stops to a minimum. I tried to stop, but I couldn't. Now that could be considered my fault, because I had time to brake, even though I did brake. That one's an iffy one.
Oper, Karlsplatz. Umsteigen zu U1, U2, U4, D, 2, 71, 2a, 59a.
Although having said that, it was also across the tram tracks, which you're not allowed to obstruct the tram tracks like that. Can I still see it? No, that pillar's in my way. Sometimes there's another light that I can rely on. And that's the problem, because there's so little traffic around, sometimes it's really hard to see if it's your turn or not if you can't see any of the lights, because you're not keeping in flow with the traffic. Here we go. Let's go.
Bresselgasse.
Oh, and that windscreen wiper that I don't know how to control. I just happen to stop just where the signal is in my line view there. That's better. Sometimes they're up high, sometimes they're down low, sometimes they're at traffic light level. Sometimes there's only one that you can look at. Sometimes there's more to help you out. So, in reality, I probably would have just turned the windscreen wiper on just to move the windscreen wiper rather than move the whole tram. But considering that I don't know if the windscreen wipers work yet, it was just easy to move the tram just a little bit. Here we go. Let's go. Because those lights can really blend in. Oh yeah, this is where it crosses from one side of the road to the other. Hopefully we've timed it right so we won't have to wait long. Not quite. But one thing I have noticed is that it doesn't seem, no matter what time of the day or night it is, the traffic's still the same. This is morning peak hour. Maybe what I should do next time is do the same service, but have it not in COVID mode. I wonder if that actually changes the amount of people around. I don't think it does. Okay, doors are locked, just waiting for the lights to change.
Paulanergasse.
Alright, we need to wait for the lights to change again. I wasn't going to necessarily record another episode of Tram Simulator straight away, but considering that I have learnt a fair bit about the game and that I'd actually lost some content, I thought that I would record another episode or two. And plus it's been a few days since the release now, so hopefully I've got the hot fix.
Meierhofgasse.
glare at this time of the morning could be an issue as well. Oh, cars don't mind running red lights either, just quietly, just like that car up there. Wouldn't have had the light. Can't go now anyway. The only problem with having it on a view like that is I can't see when the lights change. Oh, you know what? I can go because that was the pre-warning for the intersection, not for this one. So I could have went anyway. Oh well. Tram simulator. That's a pretty sweet view.
Johannstraußgasse. Umsteigen zu 13a.
There's the yellow dot. Tram simulator. See the people getting on and off. We have to wait anyway now for the lights. So there's a couple of extra people that wouldn't have been able to catch the tram that were able to. We're 12 minutes late now. Well, that's an interesting view.
Laurenzgasse. Bitte seien Sie achtsam. Andere brauchen Ihren Sitzplatz vielleicht notwendiger.
So we're heading now into the underground section. I'm actually surprised that it's letting me stay in this view in the tunnel, but it is, so...
Kliebergasse. Umsteigen zu 18 in Richtung Schlachthausgasse.
Too slow. It's not a time for a casual conversation. Old mate near the front door's been standing there for a bit. Now he gets on.
Maxwellsdorfer Platz. Umsteigen zu 6, 18 in Richtung Burggasse, Stadthalle 62 in Richtung Leitz 14a, Lokalbahn nach Baden, S-Bahn. Umsteigen zu 6 in Richtung Geiereckstraße.
So we're coming out of the underground section now. And it seems a real shame how nice the rest of the city is, how clean the rest of the city is, and then you get all this graffiti. Oh, come on, just a little bit further. Oh, this shares a stop with line 6. It all starts to make sense now. There's the yellow dot. That was a terrible stop. Couple of people down the back. Come on. Can't really go yet anyway. There's my advance warning. Okay, up the hill we go.
Davidgasse. Umsteigen zu 7a.
Come on. There we go. Thank you for watching this episode of Tram Simulator on simulatedgaming.com. Unfortunately, we didn't quite make it through to the end of the route. I was so confident that we were going to get there, but unfortunately, the problems that we've been having in the last couple of episodes have remained. Haven't been able to get through quite to the end of the route. We're only a couple of stops away from the end. Hope you have enjoyed. We'll be back soon with another episode of Simulated Tram Sim. Also, check out the other episodes across Channel Earth. There are a couple of tram-related episodes too on Train Simulator, amongst others. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, stay out of the way of trams, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now. Tram Simulator! Danny, I'm a tram driver! Ding! 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 Tram Simulator! Tram Simulator! Tram Simulator! Alright, we're going to the right. And we're off. I don't know what happened. Oh, the tracks just disappears into thin air here.